Welcome back to Wrestling with Horror. My name is Andrew Dreamer, and today we're just going to talk about professional wrestling. We'll talk about where we're at in professional wrestling, things that are going on, some kind of noteworthy news stories, things like that. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much for helping me hit my 150 subscriber goal that I had set before the end of the year. Now, I think it's good to keep setting new goals from time to time. And now that we've hit this one, let's go for 160 subscribers by the end of the year. We got a few weeks to do it. I think it's very doable. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on. I have a lot of exciting things coming your way. I'm going to do a few more reviews before the end of the year. The Candyman review is still coming. I'm just struggling to find time to rewatch the film and just keep myself up to date with it. But once I get that done, that review will be coming. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about AEW stuff this year. I've got another wrestling video that's coming out soon. Something I'm really looking forward to actually is the upcoming release of The Mean One, the horror version of The Grinch. So I plan on seeing that as soon as possible and getting a review out for that. I'm really, really excited about that. David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown, is actually going to be playing The Mean One, the titular character in this film. So I'm really excited to see what this team put together, and I think it's going to be something really enjoyable. But on to business. So in professional wrestling, where are we today? We have Sami Zayn and the Usos feeling oozy together. We have Roman Reigns on one of the most historic championship reigns in the history of professional wrestling. And it's not even close. He is probably going to go on to break Hulk Hogan's record, which is fine. He's going to, I don't know that he'll break Bruno Sammartino's record. Who knows? Maybe he will. Again, that would be perfectly okay. And in the world of AEW, we've got MJF is the world champion, which is really exciting because I am a super huge fan of MJF at the moment. I really like the work that he does on the microphone and in the ring. He can back up what he says on the microphone. He's got a lot of great challengers that are coming up. Ricky Starks and MJF is going to be a really fun match. I think we could get Jungle Boy and MJF at some point. I think that's going to be really good. And anytime we get to see Mox go back in there with MJF, that's going to be a good match. You know that those two can really get their chemistry going really well and put on a fantastic match. And at some point, hopefully, we're going to see Wardlow rise through the ranks and take on MJF for that championship. I can't wait for that one because that's almost inevitable. That's coming full circle, and that's what wrestling's all about. So the major storyline that we've had this past week is William Regal and his departure from AEW. Now, I'm not going to speculate too much on the reasons for him leaving. If he just wants to be back in WWE and be happy, then so be it. And if Tony Khan is okay with letting him go and they both agreed upon the release and they're both okay with how they're parting ways, then so be it. That's, you got to let people do what's best for them. And if William Regal thinks that WWE is best for him working backstage, then so be it. That's fine. Let's let him have it. Also, the whole storyline with MJF and William Regal turning his back on the Blackpool Combat Club, betraying John Moxley, who is one of his greatest proteges, and then for MJF to just turncoat and use the brass knuckles that William Regal gave him to help him win that title. He just takes them and drives them into the back of William Regal's head. For him to do that, it just cements him as a mega heel. Again, perfectly fine. He's a very good heel. He's going to get cheered in some form no matter what now. He's just that type of character. He's just that type of guy. People love to hate him. People love to cheer him. He's a polarizing figure, and he is the future of the business, without a doubt. Now, when his contract does come up in 2024, it is going to be extremely interesting to see what actually happens in that time. Hopefully, at least, what I hope is that he stays with AEW. I think he was a good kind of cornerstone for them to have for the future. Now, if he decides that WWE is best for him and he wants to go there and work in that ecosystem, so be it. That's, you got to do what's best for you. And that's just really all there is to it. Also, a few more things within just the wrestling world. Some injuries still happening. We got some news recently that Randy Orton's back injury is a little worse than they had originally hoped. I really hope that we get to see him back in a ring again. I would hate for this to be how his career ends. I want him to go out on his terms with a match that he deserves. He is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and it would be such a shame if it ends this way for him. You have Christian Cage in AEW who's still out with that tricep injury, and we still haven't got that match between him and Jungle Boy, which is going to be happening. You have to do that at some point. You can't just drop that storyline. It was too major. And of course, one more major injury, CM Punk nursing a tricep injury just like Cage. However, we still don't really know what's going on with this situation. He's still technically a part of the roster. He's going to be a part of AEW Fight Forever, the video game. They're selling Christmas ornaments with his picture and his name on them. So he's still a part of the AEW roster. But the rumblings were that the holdup was on AEW's side, not his. Now, I don't know how true that is. I'm not going to speculate too much on that because there are people who know a lot more about it than me, and I'm not going to act like I do know more. However, we still don't know what the plan is with CM Punk. Could he return? I don't know. My guess is probably not, but never say never, because I would have said never 2 years ago that he would have come back at all. So maybe he'll come back. Maybe he won't. I don't know. Whatever happens, I hope he can just enjoy his life, be happy, and be healthy. That's what I want for all of these people in this business. Like I said, this was just meant to be a quick little video. Nothing too substantial. I just wanted to kind of give you a few of my thoughts on the status of the wrestling world at the moment. Let me know down in the comments what you think about everything that's happening right now. If there's something substantial I left out, please put it in the comments. Let me know. Let's have some conversation about professional wrestling. I love professional wrestling. I am a professional wrestler, and I can't wait to communicate with you all about it. And I can't wait to be back in a ring again soon. So, like I said in my last video, the new Wrestling with Horror t-shirts are now available at my Pro Wrestling Tees store. Just go to prowrestlingtees.com/Andrew Dreamer and you can get your very own Wrestling with Horror t-shirt. They look really good, and I can't wait to show you more. But that's going to do it for today. My name is Andrew Dreamer, and I will see you next time on Wrestling with Horror.